I'll give them a piece of my mind.
From the velvety.
What?
Give them a piece of your mind. Places in your body to wash the grey harbour tomorrow.
Good job, gang. Last is the journey.
All right. What now?
How do you feel about Neverwin?
Don't be such a baby. The service is right there.
No refugees.
My dad said I'm not allowed.
The absolute army on its way.
They take
Not
your
a
gold,
chance.
but they leave your
Let's
ribs
sneak into the
intact.
circus. Harm in one night. Thinking. Actual bets. Killers.
You didn't even fight back.
Don't have the strength to fix them.
Never went to the easy path.
Zog said to leave, so we're leaving.
Dad,
Oh, yes.
what's that monster?
Paramedics and Fred
Just a
are
man in a costume.
They've just joined, but are settling in marvelous.
Costumes don't drool, Dad.
Think about it. You're going to hire all the refugees. Just like that.
Why were these particular redcaps caged?
We had an unfortunate incident involving a child's fingers.
They attacked a child. You should have killed the little monsters.
They were provoked. The child was poking and prodding them while they were trying to work.
Do you think Dribbles will have his animals?
I should arrest you all for gross negligence.
The investment to get me started.
Anything you want for supper.
What are you calling
All the
this
treats your tummy can handle.
Cheap and cheerful. Refugees for hire. That's right.
Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
Not enough to organise.
Nearly there now. Can see the city. Up on the hill.
No point and nothing to do.
Yeah, it's up there and we're down
Hire
here.
all the refugees.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
The possibilities are
I've
endless.
seen that for days. My feet hurt.
Get out of this.
I know, little one. But you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
Chance to make some
You
coin.
have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
This one time, we'll make an exception.
Not
As
asking
long as you
for
stop.
more.
Nice.
Investment to get me started.
They've just joined, but are settling in marvelous.
Let the kid come. He wants to teach them refugees a lesson, right?
Baldur's gates for Baldur.
How are we fixed on supplies? Sound off.
Got camp bits and bobs from Danthalon's dancing axe.
My dad said I'm not allowed.
The most excellent supply of potions from the velveteen elixir.
Armor, blades, the Rivington Gem.
Good job, gang. Should last us the journey.
This whole situation stinks. Guild robbers are usually decent enough folk. They take your gold, but they leave your ribs intact.
What's the rush, Sob? Can't we stay here for a bit?
The absolute army on its way. Not a chance.
What's the harm in one night? Thinking. Actual bets. Pillows.
It would be most pleasing to sleep indoors for once.
Zog said to leave, so we're leaving. End of story.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. You're the one who took a beating.
I survived the beating. Now that'll be the end of it. Don't make things worse.
You want to let those dogs get their shots?
Mother of your folks works in the guild.
Let the kid come.
Away with whatever they like.
He wants to teach them refugees a lesson.
He's ruining it. planet's going mad. Thieves, murderers, monsters, all hell's breaking loose.
Why did we get caught?
How are we fixed on supplies? Sound off.
Got camp bits and bobs from Danthalon's dancing axe.
I have secured a from the
Baby, the circus is right there.
Armor, blades, the Rivington Jack.
My dad said I'm not allowed.
Job, gang.
You do everything your dad tells you.
No.
How do you feel about Neverwin?
Then let's sneak into the circus.
Situation
all the way there and hear the same. No
Guild robbers are usually decent enough.
The rush.
They take your gold, but they leave your ribs intact.
The absolute Zarya.
This time we won't feel
Not a
it.
chance.
You really put the
Do
boat
you
in
want
there.
to see the triad? Or the Ginny?
You didn't even fight back.
Ginny or scary? And what about Dribbles? I heard he has a new show with Buddy the dog.
Don't have the
Really? Buddy is my
Don't have the strength to
favorite.
face another 10-day on the road.
Right? His eyes glow with everything.
I'll start clearing outsiders from Rivington and the refugee camp soon.
I'm
Mark
fine.
my
You're
words.
the one who took a beating.
There's more than one way to skin a trestle. We'll find a way to make things worse.
Why have we get in trouble? Those thugs get away with it.
Whoa.
Words to the guild.
Why have we get caught?
Whatever they like.
Great. It's a circus, not the counting house. We'll get kicked out. So what?
Will be plenty.
But,
I barely enough
but,
papers left to eat, let alone buy papers to enter the city.
what do you remember?
On my ring.
Eye color, hairstyle, accent, anything.
Pawning your wife's ring. It's the last thing you have of her. We're angry.
I don't care how big they are. I'll give them a piece of my
Circus right there. Got camp bits
My
and
dad
bobs
said I'm not allowed.
dancing axe.
Pieces of your body.
You do everything your dad tells you.
From the beverage.
No.
Then let's sneak into the circus.
Feel about Neverwin.
Good job, gang.
It'd be no different.
Last is the
We
journey.
might trek all the way there and hear the same. No
This
refugees.
whole situation stinks.
Starve here, starve
Guild
there.
robbers are usually decent enough folk.
You
They
want to
take
see the
your gold,
triad?
but they
Or
leave
the
your ribs
Ginny?
intact.
Yeah,
Ginny or scary?
What about Dribbles? I heard he has a new show with Buddy the dog.
Really?
Harmony,
Buddy is my
one note.
favorite.
don't have the coin to get to the city.
Right?
Don't have the strength to face another 10-day on the road.
Pillows.
Figure something out.
Be most easy to sleep
Start
in.
clearing outsiders from Rivington and the refugee camp soon. Mark my words.
All right. There's more
I'm
than one way
fine.
to skin
You're
a
the one who
trestle.
took a beating.
We'll find a way into the city.
Why have we get in trouble?
You have my word.
Whoa.
Want to let those thugs
Why have we
get
get
away?
caught? It's the circus, not the counting house. We'll get kicked out. So what?
But,
I barely have uppers left to eat, let alone buy papers to enter the city.
Great. Think of all the work we can get here.
On your wife's ring. It's the
eye
last
color,
thing you
hairstyle,
have of her.
accent, anything.
Don't be such a baby.
We're angry.
The circus is right
I don't care
there.
how big they were. I'll give them a piece of My my dad mind. said I'm not allowed.
You do everything your dad tells you.
Pieces of your
How are
body.
we fixed on supplies?
No.
Sound off.
And let's sneak into the circus. Dancing axe.
Feel about Neverwin.
It'd be no different. We might trek all the way there and hear the same. No refugees. We'll starve here, starve there.
This whole
Job.
situation
You want to see the triad? Or the Ginny?
robbers are usually decent enough folk.
Ginny or
They take your
scary?
gold, but they leave your ribs
What
intact.
about Dribbles? I heard he has a new show with Buddy the dog.
The boat in there.
Really?
And for what?
Buddy is my
You didn't even
favorite.
fight back.
The right? I glow.
Don't have the strength to face another 10-day on the
The
road.
absolute Zarya.
Figure something out.
Not a chance.
Start clearing outsiders from Rivington and the refugee camp soon. Mark my words.
There's more than one way to skin a trestle.
Why have we get in trouble?
Most easy to sleep in.
Why we get caught?
That'll be the end of it.
It's a circus, not the counting house. Get kicked out. So what? But
eat, let alone buy papers to enter the city. Pawning your wife's ring is the last thing you have.
Think of all the work. My dad said I'm not allowed.
We're angry.
I don't care how big they
Everything your
are.
dad
I'll give them a piece
tells
of
you.
my mind.
No. And let's sneak into the circus.
Washing up in grey tomorrow. How do you feel about Neville?
Are we fixed on supplies? Sound off.
What comforts you want to see the dryads dancing Jimmy? Jimmy, you're scary!
Supply
What about dribbles? I heard there's a new show with Buddy the dog. Really? Buddy is my favourite!
Last is the job.
Right? And I glow and everything.
Fight back.
There's more than one way to skin a Tresset. We'll find a way into the city. You have my word.
What's the rush, Sob?
The absolute time. It's one. Not a job.
Why if we get caught? It's a circus, not the counting house. We're getting kicked out. So what?
But to let those thugs get away with this.
Those folks works for the guild.
It's going mad.
Get away with whatever they like.
Murderers, monsters. What hell's breaking loose?
Goodness me, that's terrible.
You're joking. This is great. Don't be such a baby. The circus is right there.
Eye colour, hairstyle.
My dad said I'm not allowed. You do everything your dad
I
tells
don't
you.
care how big they were. I'll give them a piece of my mind.
Then let's sneak into the circus.
Give them a piece of your mind and pieces of your body will be washing up in grey
Are we fixed on supplies? Sound off.
Comforts involves from Dankalon's dancing acts.
I have secured the most excellent
Don't you want to see the triad? Or the Jimmy? Jimmy, you're scary!
The whole situation.
What about dribbles? I heard there's a new show with Buddy the dog.
They take your gold, but they leave your ribs intact.
Buddy is my favourite!
Yeah, well, this time it
Right?
looks
And I glow and everything.
And for what? You didn't even fight back.
Tried.
What's the rush, Sob? Can't we stay here for a bit?
The absolute army on its way. Not a job.
What's the harm in
Why if we
one
get in
night?
trouble?
Think we won't.
Why if we get caught? I'm fine.
It's a circus, not the counting house. We're getting kicked out. So what?
Be the end of it.
But
It's worse.
you want to let those thugs get away with this?
Folks works for the guild.
Do you think dribbles will have his animal friends?
Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
These particular red caps case.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
It's up there.
You're going to hire all the rest.
Foot in front of the other. To take down trouble. So don't make trouble.
I know, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon.
You have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can have.
Never allowed sweet things right
This one time, we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
Just a teensy investment to get me started.
Huh? What are you calling this?
Cheap and cheerful. Refugees for hire. That's
See the
right.
city. Up on the hill.
Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
one time we'll make an exception.
Soldier? Yeah, I had the same thought. So much has happened between then and now. Maybe we just got a little caught up in it all. But I'm not going anywhere. I've got plans for the future, you know, and they involve you. That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other. There is so much wrong with that lane. Think about it. They're stuck here with no coin and nothing to do.
You're going to hire all the refugees.
How many red caps are missing?
Goodness me, that's terrible.
Are you joking? This is great. Think of all the work we can get here. The circus is right there.
Not allowed.
We're angry.
I don't care
Do
how big they
everything
are.
your
I'll
dad
give them a piece
tells
of my
you.
mind. No!
Then let's sneak into the circus.
How are we fixed on supplies? Sound off.
What comforts and bobs from Dampalon's dancing acts.
I have
Don't you want to see the triad? Or the Ginny?
from the Velveteen.
Situation stinks.
What about the Ripples? I heard he has a
They
new
take
show
your
called
gold,
Buddy
but
the
they
Duck. Stay here for a
Never a dull moment.
The Absolute's army on its way. Not a
Why if we
chance.
get in trouble?
What's the harm in one night? Think of it.
What if we get caught?
Bets.
You all right?
It's a circus, not the counting house.
Would be most
Get kicked
easy
out,
to sleep
so
indoors
what?
once.
That'll be the end of it.
Zog said to leave, so we're leaving. End of story.
You want to let those thugs get away with this?
Those thugs work for the guild. They can get away with whatever they like.
Don't be such a baby. The circus is right there. Thieves, murderers, monsters. What hell
My dad said I'm not allowed. Don't you remember?
You do everything your dad tells you. This is great.
No.
All the work we can get here.
I
And
don't
let's
care.
sneak into the
I'll
circus.
give them a
There'll be
piece of my
plenty
mind.
of work in Neverwinter. Safe or work.
They work for the guild. Give them a piece of your mind and pieces of your body will be washing up in Grey Harbour tomorrow.
Bastards.
Don't you want to see the triad? Or the Ginny?
Ginny are scary.
How are we fixed on supplies?
What about
Sound off.
Tripples? I heard he has a new show called Buddy the Duck. Dancing acts.
Really?
I have secured
Buddy is
the
my
most
favorite.
excellent supply of
They take your
potions
gold,
from
they
the
leave you
Velveteen
Blow
Abyssina.
everything.
Yeah, well,
Armour,
this time they weren't
Blades,
feeling
the
polite.
Rivington General.
They really put the boot
Good job, gang.
And for what?
Should last us the
you
journey.
didn't even fight back.
tried.
Why if we get in trouble? Why if we get caught?
It's a circus, not the counting house. Maybe stay here for a bit. Out. So what?
With the Absolute's army on its way. Not a chance.
What's the harm in one night?
That'll be the end of it.
Think of it. Actual bets.
You want to let those thugs get away with this?
It would be most pleasing to sleep indoors for
Get away with
once.
whatever they like.
Don't be
Zog
such a
said to
baby.
leave, so
The
we're
circus
leaving.
is right there.
My dad said I'm not allowed.
You do everything your dad tells you.
What do you remember? No. Eye color, hairstyle, accent, anything.
And let's sneak into the circus. Going mad. Thieves, these murderous monsters.
I don't
What
care.
else
They'll
breaking
beat
news
this.
were?
I'll give them a piece of my mind.
Me? That's terrible.
You're joking. This is great. Think of all the work we can get here.
Don't wander around Rivington alone, all right? My husband did and got mugged and beaten for his trouble.
Buddy the dog. We're gonna see the mummy, the dryad, the ginny, everything. So don't even think about trying to stop us. Bits and bobs from Ganthalon's dancing.
You can't get in trouble for sneaking into places as a kid, right? Just wondering.
Moving in. Seems like a good moment to talk.
Get in trouble!
If you're looking to enter the city, hope your pockets are loaded. Bastards are charging a fortune.
We'll get kicked out. So what?
Bet you heard Baldur's Gate was safe, right? Well, it's a bloody lie. They've banned refugees from the city as if we're the problem. You all right? I barely enough.
I'm fine. You're the one who took
Let
the
alone buy
lead.
papers to enter the city.
Survive the beating.
Can I help you?
Oh, bloody ribs. Sorry, mate. Had a run-in with a mugger. If you need something, ask the missus.
Don't wander around Rivington alone, all right? My husband did and got mugged and beaten for his trouble. I want to see dribbles, but my dad said no.
Work we can get here. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to the circus. The dryad or the ginny.
Danzo, isn't it such a scared cat?
The corpse running. The corpse.
What's next, I wonder?
At the ready. Can't give up now.
much farther can I go?
What's that?
No one's stopped me yet. All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Something good here, I hope.
What's that?
Got a long road ahead. These boots have seen everything. Seems simple enough. No time to rest. Looking ahead.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Pushed, felt bones break, darkness. Brothers died on the road. Man tried to buy. Man buying heirlooms. Vulture challenged him. Garrod. None.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions. Something over there.
Might be useful. What to do?
Look at the teeny footprints.
Don't want to draw any attention. Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it. With haste.
The boss is expecting you. Hasn't forgotten what you did for him at Moonrise.
You look different when you're not trying to talk someone down from igniting a barrel of rune powder. Chuck your questions at Wulbrun. That's his job. I can make time for chatter after you know what's what.
It stopped. But it'll happen again. It keeps happening. The shivering, shaking, quaking. Don't you feel it? There's something underneath the city, inside the rock. But when I ask the stone why it shakes, it only screams. I want to go home.
You think I want my clan facing down one of those walking death machines with cutlery? Then leave me to my work. Only if you're quick. Now let me get back to it.
I should speak up.
2 days just to get hold of a still watcher optic module. And for what? Waste of time we don't have.
Look, unless you're an expert in steel watcher gyroscopics, please get out of my light.
You think I want my clan facing down one of... Only if you're quick.
pinch of this, a dash of that. Like baking a cake.
You're here. Good luck. This damn city's more treacherous than the Underdark.
Locked, but there's no keyhole. Must be a switch or something nearby.
Ah, there you are. Good. We need to strategize. Wulbrin is planning something. Lots of moving parts. I'm still trying to suss the details myself. Some. But what he has planned is unthinkable. Maybe you can help him see sense. Someone has to. Be firm with Wulbrin, but not too firm. Let him have his say, but don't let him talk over you. Got it? Yeah, good.
Good to see you. Wasn't sure you'd make it to the city. Regretting it yet? I spent a lot of time thinking of worst-case scenarios while I was locked in that cell you plucked me out of at Moonrise. I didn't imagine anything as bad as this. The Gondians have handed Enver Gortash the means to bring about the end of liberty in Baldur's Gate. And the citizens have rolled out the red carpet for the new tyrant. Resistance fighters are few and far between. My iron hands, what's left of the Harpers, and you. I hope. As long as our objective is the same, the reason doesn't matter to me. We have a common enemy. But neither of us gets what we want until we deal with our biggest obstacle. The Steel Watch. They're a threat to you, me, and every man, woman, and child in this city. They act all civilized, servants of the people, but they only serve one man. When he becomes Grand Duke, it will only get worse. Laws will change, freedoms will vanish, and soon you'll be accused and sentenced before you've even committed a crime. And the fucking Gondians are to blame for all of it. I can blame them for precisely that reason. They invented the Steel Watchers, and they're building an army of them. These Gondians are not poor, unknowing mages scribbling spell scrolls for minute meteors or acid arrows. They are complicit. They've always been happy to provide their technology to despots in exchange for a stipend and the freedom to work in peace. They would have licked Saravok's boots, given the chance. And now they'll kiss Gortash's ring while this city screams. I had a plan to put a stop to them. But the way things are now, if we stick our heads above ground, the Watchers are on us like flies on shit. Same as it always is. Eliminate the threat. In this case, the foundry where these atrocities are produced. The Gondians are ingenious, but we're more than equal to them. There's nothing they can build that the Iron Hands can't tear down. I've built something unique for just that purpose. A room powder bomb. First of its kind. 50 wizards high on the weave couldn't summon this kind of firepower. Get the bomb inside the Gondian facility, and boom. Problem solved.
Wulbren, please. This is too far. Everyone in the foundry would be killed.
Quiet, Barkus. The adults are talking. The Gondians picked their side the minute they took orders from Gortash. If they had any courage, they'd have refused him and died like heroes, spitting in his face. Now they'll die like the dogs they are. There is no other way. But I believe in second chances. When you come crawling back here, and you will, we can talk.
A rune powder bomb? Oh, what the devil has he become? The Wulbren I know, the one who skipped rocks with me in the Underdark, he's still in there. I know it, but his hate for the Gondians has blinded him. He believes they work for the Absolute willingly, but it's not true. I'm sure of it. Something is wrong. Very wrong. You did well refusing Wulbren's proposition, but I fear he'll find some fool who'll plant his bomb. The Gondians deserve a chance to plead their case before being blown to pieces. Please, find out what's going on. That's all I ask. Questions first, violence later, and only if absolutely necessary. Gondians respond well to reason, so when you meet them, be reasonable.
What path lies before me?
So, are you with me? Ready to take down the Steel Watch? So, are you with me? I'm running out of patience, friend.
A long way to go still.
Still breathing, despite everything. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Don't waste a step.
More shaking. The stone is.
Something's on my mind.
Now you've spoken to the big man? Good to see you. Never thought I'd meet you again, let alone fight on the same side. Glad we both made it out of Grimforge alive, and that I didn't have to use that rune powder to make a point. Funny. You're gonna need that sense of humor here. Might have overheard you talking to Wulbren. Sounds like you got cold feet. Don't think too much. We can't afford to waste time or rune powder. Back again. You stick around like smoke powder stink. Make yourself useful or make yourself scarce.
Moshi.
You'll be getting a mouthful of sparks at this rate. Unless you've got any decent metal on you, I'm not interested.
Ha! I knew you were the practical sort. That's why we get along. The foundry is in the lower city, down by the docks. Beautiful building, belching smoke into the sky day and night. Getting inside won't be easy, but when you do, place the bomb at the heart of the facility. Get yourself back to street level. The streets will be clear of watchers in no time.
Still alive, so that's progress. Time to press ahead. I need a quick word.
Now you're glad we both made it out of Grimforge alive? Fun might have overheard you talking to Wolf. Don't.
More?
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Back it. Make you.
You'll be getting a mouthful of sparks at this rate.
Moving ahead. Very well.
Gonna help us clear those watchers from the streets? Don't get cold feet. If you don't eliminate the Gondians, they'll rebuild. If you want peace, you don't just break the sword, you kill the one who wields it. Gonna help us clear those watchers from the streets? Roof shit! Warbrin's the only person standing up to Gortash. I thought you had stones. Guess I was wrong. Gonna help us clear those watchers from the street? If you believe in freedom, they're your problem. I thought you had Gonna help us clear those watchers? Don't. If you want.
Keep your stubby sausage fingers away from my instruments, Sally Hoon. I don't have time to replace them.
I bet it's lovely strolling around not worrying about getting squished by a steel watcher,
Steel is silent. Stone is screaming.
Locked. No keyhole, though. What gives?
Papers to enter the city.
I could pawn my ring.
That might be where we are.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Trap.
The circus of the last days has returned. See Dryads Jin and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
Remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
Return for the picnic, is it? Maybe I'll take that drink after all.
Shut it! Scavenge wherever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it. We got here first, friend. You're welcome to whatever scraps we leave behind. Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Back off! I found these apples first!
If you're here to fill an empty stomach, look elsewhere. Folks swarmed what little was had, stuffing their pockets. Bloody animals. Stay in this car. Wait, what were they thinking?
They wasn't thinking. Starving folk tend not to.
If they just taking their fair shares, we've had plenty for everyone.
If one get us fed and watered.
Look at that! Finest pie fruit in the
Remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
Practically smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge wherever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it. Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire. If nothing else.
Take that drink after all.
As long as we stand together, we can never
This is it for our people.
What if this situation held our judgment and it almost did? We should end it on our terms, not hiding in fear.
Still live. What will happen to them if we attack? I share your faith. Spread like your plans in fear. We will have to act for all our
Just wait for the next wave.
Forgive me.
We cannot rush into their claws again. Another defeat will wipe us out.
It is only right to mourn.
You've been caught in the act. So much what was taken is free to be
Softer than a whisper.
There are so few of us left.
They need to be wiped out. Exterminated.
Nothing less will do.
We fail. Who will stand between them and the innocent?
We let emotion cloud our judgment, and it almost
do nothing. The innocent will suffer just the same.
And cool heads.
We have no good choices.
Fortify the camp. Wait for the vampires to strike here.
And let them marshal all their strength against us. I do not like our chances.
All right, time to skulk about.
For our people. What if this is the end?
Cazador's nest of serpents must be exterminated. Nothing less will do.
And if our children still live, what will happen to them if we attack?
I share your fear.
Every last bloodsucker.
Build plans and fear.
it.
We will have to act.
Cannot rush into their claws again. Another defeat will wipe us out.
It is only right to mourn.
We shed tears today, so we may shed blood tomorrow.
They need to be wiped out. Exterminated. Nothing less will do.
And if we fail, who will stand between them and the innocent?
There are so few of us left.
If we do nothing, the innocent will suffer just the same.
But the bonds we share,
We have no good
and they
choices.
are stronger than ever.
As long as we stand together, we can never be truly broken.
What if this is it for our people? What if this is the end?
We let emotion cloud our judgment,
Then
and
we should end it on
almost
our
do
terms, not hiding in fear.
strategy and cool heads.
Should we fortify the camp? Wait for the vampires to strike here?
And let them marshal all their strength against us. I do not like our chances.
I'll destroy every last bloodsucker. I swear it.
Cazador's nest of serpents must be exterminated.
Cannot
Nothing
rush
less
into
will
their
do.
claws again. Another defeat will wipe us out.
What will happen to them if we attack?
I share your fear. We cannot build plans on fear. We will have to act for all our sakes.
They need to be wiped out.
This calls for careful
Exterminated.
blood.
Nothing less will do.
Who will stand between them and the innocent?
Forgive me.
We do nothing. The innocent will suffer just the same.
There is nothing to forgive.
We have no
It is
good
only
choices.
Rechtei Hathran Rust.
My friend from the Hag Swamp. You're a bright light on a dark day. We underestimated an enemy, much like I underestimated you and your vampiric companion. Oh, yes. I know you hid him from me. But this is not the moment to discuss it. This is about the dead, not the undead.
Frey, thou Durovna. Frey, thou Iskablast.
Our tribe left camp on a rescue mission. Only Alma and those you see here returned. They could not.
Im Orak. Nete. Krasin. Netra.
I will say no more. It's not my tale to tell.
No, that shame is mine alone. I thought I knew the faces of all your friends, Gandrel, but this one is new to me. Those who have left us will be celebrated, not mourned. They died well, after all.
As we all hoped to. And this is the one I spoke of, my lady. The stranger I met while hunting the spawn. They killed not only that fen's hag, but also the undying General Thorm, if the rumors are true.
2 fine trophies. Perhaps I can interest you in a third. Baldur's Gate is haunted by many things, but one of its most insidious is the vampire Cazador. For years, his foul spawn have stolen away innocents at night, whisking them back to his palace. Recently, they struck our camp. They took our children, every last one, our whole future.
We are monster hunters all. Our purpose is to kill beasts like these. But in our haste to save our little ones, we were rash. We charged straight into an ambush.
They tore us to pieces. Vampire spawn and werewolves. I have never seen a vampire's lair so heavily guarded. What's left of my tribe is wounded and broken. We cannot stand against him to save our children. But perhaps the Slayer of Ketheric could. The main entrance is blockaded, but there is another way. Near the park, you will find a broken tower, mid-repair. Climb the scaffolding, and you can enter his palace. It may be watched, but you will not walk into the slaughter that we did. Then we will settle for blood. Cazador must be destroyed. For the safety of the city, and to make sure no one else must feel our pain. If you do this, our entire tribe will be in your debt. On our honor, it will be repaid. May the gods keep you, and damn your enemies.
Then we should end it on our terms, not hiding in
Our
fear.
strength was never numbers, but the bonds will show, and they are stronger than ever.
As long as we stand together, we can never be truly great.
Not everyone subscribed.
We let emotion cloud our judgment. Almost. Do not stand here and wait. Cazador must be destroyed.
What's up for
Cazador's
discussion?
nest of serpents must be.
We can do nothing for you here. All that is left is to face the beast, Cazador.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Yes. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. I would, but you have so many for... Well, in that case...
What are you doing? You and the Spawn should be at the palace, not here.
You do not decide where I should be. Not now, not ever.
You pledged to help us. Have you so quickly gone back on your word? Thank you. Now please go. We have lost enough time already.
Yes?
What will happen?
We can do nothing.
Do not stand here.
Nothing less will do. And if we fail, who will stand between them and the innocent?
If we do nothing, the innocent will suffer just the same.
I know tears will
We have
bring our
no
children
good
back.
choices.
There is nothing to forgive. It is only right to mourn.
We shed tears today, so we may shed blood tomorrow.
On my way. I have something to ask.
Yes? I would. Excellent. Now that that's set...
Rechtei Hathran Rust.
My friend from the Hag Swamp. You join us as we honor our fallen dead. You're a bright light on a dark day. Even you, my erstwhile quarry.
Oh, hello again.
Frey, Valdiskdurovna. Frey, Valdiskablast.
I feel we're intruding. We should leave quickly.
Calm yourself. You will not be harmed. Our leader has called off the hunt. She wishes to speak to you.
Im oraknete. Krasinetra. So, the impossible Spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you. The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future.
When I was hunting you, I was to bring you back here, interrogate you, discover how to save our children, and then destroy you.
But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, honestly.
One is just as important as the other, I find. And our luck has been poor. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Khazad-dûr's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Khazad-dûr like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children. But I promise you, they're already dead. I spent 200 years bringing him victims. Each and every one was whisked away to be fed on that night.
But you never saw him feed yourself. He could keep prisoners for days before killing them.
I know our plight is grim, but if there is even a chance to save them, we must take it.
If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
God damn it. Fine. If nothing else, at least killing Cazador will feel good.
Thank you. From me and all my people. If you can do this, we will be in your debt. You have lived a life of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs.
If you're trying to encourage me, you're failing abysmally.
But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed. Please go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
There'll always be more. They spread like
Our strength was never numbers.
So we should
but
do
the
nothing.
bonds we share.
Wait for the
are
next wave.
stronger than ever.
As long as we stand together,
Let's get going.
we can never be truly broken.
We can do nothing for you.
It is good to have you with us.
Another
Do not stand here and wait. Cazador must be destroyed. Ocean cloud our judgment, and it almost doomed us.
Yes?
No choice between them and the innocent.
No one back home will ever believe this.
We have no good choices.
Cazador's nest of serpents must be exterminated. Nothing less will do.
And if our children still live, what will happen to them if we attack?
I share your fear.
For our people.
We cannot build plans on fear. We will have to act for all our sakes.
Then we should end it on our terms, not hiding.
Need something? I won't lie, but he's arrogant too. If he does hear I'm back, but regardless, the plan is simple.
Every lap.
If not over, then through. Just what I need.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed, but need to stay alert all the same. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? It seems like you have ample Wonderful. I was beginning.
Orin toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
While she lives, Orin will continue to terrorize us, and soon she will make good on her threats. She thinks we are weak, afraid, vulnerable. We need to prove her wrong. I am not on edge. I am alert, as you should be too. Orin could be anywhere, could be anyone.
Despite her protestations to the contrary, it is clear that Minthara is afraid.
Do not presume to know how I feel. We need to watch over each other, now more than ever. Yes. I only know it through history books and hearsay. A city of murder and grief. I expect it will live up to its legend. From the still, dark waters of Lake Donegarten to the black academies of Tierbresh, it is a city of wonders and terror. But it is not my home anymore. If I were to return, I would be denied all of its wonders and shown only the terror. I am a daughter of Menzoberranzan's most ancient and powerful house, the Bainray. I lived a life of privilege and danger. My home was at the tallest point of Cuel Arzol, the place of the nobles, a plateau high above the city's sprawl. I enjoyed every luxury, whether harvested in the Underdark or stolen from the surface, and I survived my first assassination attempt while I still suckled at my mother's breast. I tasted her blood that day. She covered my body with her own, and a blade bit deep into her chest, almost puncturing her heart. When I came of age, she tried to take my life herself, and I gave her fresh scars to match those she earned protecting me. I expect so. If the world were to end, I think my mother would survive to rule over the ruins. She taught me to be resilient and to guard my heart from those who cannot be trusted, literally and figuratively. When I choose to let somebody close, I do not do so lightly. That gives a great depth of meaning to the bonds I do share.
Keeping very well, I hope? Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies, for life. I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. I understand it's strange. Then, next I knew, I was being... He told me. I found last light within... By the time Jahira came, he's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died. Lucky. Then, I found... By the... He's gone now. But I...
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be...
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
That foul shapeshifter Orin is like a scavenger beast, probing us for weaknesses. Do not let her shake your resolve. I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well, and Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
I have battled great evils, been mocked by villains of all sorts. But Orin, she is beyond even Thorm. Her mind is twisted beyond recognition. What is she capable of? And where will she strike next? Baldur's Gate is where I first raised a glass in toast at the tender age of 14 and got so tipsy from wine, I puked in Dillard Portier's bushes. It's where the flaming fist chased me after I'd stolen a peach from a cart in the Wide. I got a good chewing out over it too. It's where my father taught me to hold a rapier, to read books of law, to know right from wrong. It's been 7 years since I left. It's no paradise, but it's home, and it's worth saving. And you? The city's yours too, after all. How's it feel to be back? Wonderful, isn't it? Torril's history is written within our city's walls. Expeditions to the continent of Mastika gather in the harbor. The Church of Gon displays its most priceless treasures in the High House of Wonders. Voices raised in song on returning day. The heady wines at the elf song. There's truly no place like Baldur's Gate.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Orin, Skra, burn away the shadows she hides in, tear off her mask, and you'd reveal her for what she is, a shivering child.
One day I'll catch a break.
So Bal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. Good.
Shape-shifting monstrosities of unknown origin. Doppelgangers are unnatural predators, their latent empathic abilities helping them to know, imitate, and eventually replace their prey.
Exactly. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Balspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in.
There'll always be more.
What will we do?
They spread like locusts.
There are so few of us left. Our strength
So we should
is
do
never
nothing.
numbers.
Just wait for the next
bonds we
wave.
share, and they are strong.
You wish to consult me? Nervous? Don't be preposterous. I am on alert.
Despite her protestations to the contrary, it is clear that Minthara is afraid.
Do not presume to know how I feel. We need to watch over each other, now more than ever. Yes. I only know it through. I expect it will live up to its legend. I take no pleasure in his passing. Whatever faults he may have had, of course, I believe he was an honorable man, but the gods used him as their plaything. First, it is a sharp mind that feels sympathy for one who suffers unnecessarily, not a soft heart. But I will never forgive him for handing me to Orin. For that, I hope a disparate collection of vagabonds and strays. Did you have anyone particular? She is intelligent, strong, and capable as both a leader and a fighter. An impressive woman. It is a shame that she devotes all of her talents and experience to the futile cause of the Harpers. Their devotion to preserving balance is pathetic. Precisely. Preservation and balance are an excuse for inaction and stagnation. There are organizations like the Harpers in every realm and every culture. I despise all of them. They fear change and would rather maintain mediocrity than face the risks and challenges that progress demands. I would rather break the world and build it anew than be satisfied with its imperfections. Admirable ambition. Farewell.
And if we fail,
You smell very delicious.
We do nothing. The innocent will suffer just the
And let them
same.
marshal all their strength against
We
us.
have no good choices.
I do not like our chances.
You smell it.
Shut it! Scavenge whatever you can from this mess. We'll make something out of it.
You wish to consult me? A true soul came to my city preaching a message of togetherness, accompanied by 2 novices. Menzoberranzan is not fertile ground. I thought so too. This world is full of fools, after all. But in this instance, even as the flesh sagged and sloughed away from their eyeless skulls, in a manner of speaking, I did. The dead. All it took was a simple act of necromancy, and the corpses told me where I needed to strike. Moonrise Towers. It is never safe to point out my shortcomings, Iblith. But in this instance, you are correct. Moonrise is the site of my greatest failure. As it turned out, to my shame, I was defeated without even drawing my weapon. I came to Moonrise with a retinue of warriors and assassins, the best house bait. It is a mistake I hope never to repeat. Ketheric proposed an alliance between Moonrise and Menzoberranzan. I admit I was captivated by him. He invited me to the head of his table as his guest of honor. I was wary. Few things frightened me. Orin is one of them. Ketheric held me still. His hand on my shoulder, the grip tight enough to crack the bone. When Orin stood... That is certain. You know the rest as well as I do. There were massacres before the Grove. I was the Absolute's dagger. I remember every throat that it held me to. I would rather die. The tadpole, even Rash, the Absolute, can make the impossible. I took up my oath. Though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve. Do you think me a fool? If it were blood I wanted, I would choose easier victims rather than challenging gods and cosmic aberrations. Abandon your preconceptions of who I am. We are all that stands between this world. A disparate collection of vagabond. It would have been better for us had she embraced Shah and claimed the power of the goddess. But it is better for Shadowheart to be free of that poisonous influence. The very concept of Sharan worship is self-indulgent. They would have you think every whispered word and hidden thought is of value. He's been deprived of freedom and strong blood for so long that he is addicted to both. And while you live, you'll be enslaved to your appetites and hungers. We all feed on something, and if we are deprived of it, we will fight for it. But Astarion is not only bound to his needs, he will only be free when Cazador is dead. I have never known anyone so ferocious and unassailable in battle. And yet, the wizard, no. They're mastered, in my experience. Either the end, our wizard. I suspect it is. I have encountered few. Meeting Lae'zel makes me wish I knew more of their culture. Whatever culture you and I once shared, it no longer has a hold on me, Lothsworn. You still listen to the whispers of the Spider Queen's web. I only obey my own heart's desires. Most Gith do not seem to know their own hearts, nor do they need to. They have strict hierarchies and commitment to a single cause. Some, like Lae'zel, question that cause. But even so, she retains the discipline of her training. He is exceedingly self-righteous. Amusing, considering he bound himself to a devil. The devil makes Will strong. What would he be without her? You wish to consult me?
Take the wood from the cart too. That'll be good for a fire, if nothing else.
Find us bloody keepers, I say.
These savages, a lot of them.
You're as desperate as the rest of these savages.
And let them marshal all their strength against us.
Can I help you? This is a private picnic.
State of
Fine day for it, eh? Got to enjoy things while they last, I suppose.
Can I? Get his bed.
I wonder what the next move is.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
My faith will guide me.
Let's move.
Can't afford to stay idle.
That's a friendly-looking shadow. I don't need any attention right now. Swift as my feet can carry me.
That might be worth a look.
Let me have a little peace and quiet, won't you?
Can't talk just now, sorry.
Quite a spot, eh? Knocks the breath out of me to get up here. But the views are worth it.
Another quake! What's going on?
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
That might be worth a look.
Great headline.
What's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell?
Here we go.
Name and rank! Quickly now! There's a war on! At ease! At ease! I am Commander Lightfeather, leader of the finest aerial communication regiment this side of the Chianfa. State your purpose, ground walker. I don't have all day. Because We deliver communications across dangerous enemy territory with only our superior wits and aerial agility to protect us. Even our skills have their limits. We've lost several experienced flyers recently. They knew the risks, but still, damn shame. Intelligence is in short supply, but we know our enemies flanked us on the west side, not one rooftop away. They're avoiding the whole area. I won't lose one more beak to the blighter. If you pass that way, beware the sign of the featherless wings. From that rooftop, none return.
I've no need of a wing man. Commander Lightfeather will give you your briefing.
The pigeon carries itself with an air of dignity, its mannerisms stern and commanding. The bird coos its approval, yet you noticed it flinched at the sight of your hand. The bird stares, eyes filled with fury. Perhaps your open hands are a symbol the bird has learned to hate.
A little wet under the wing for our unit. The commander will soon straighten you out.
The pigeon carries itself with an air of dignity. The bird coos its approval, yet you noticed it flinched at the sight of your hand. With the offending articles out of sight, the bird is back at ease. No harm done.
Pigeons are very sensitive. They can't fly straight if they're disturbed. Pigeons are very sensitive. They can't fly
Get us inside the city. You said you'd do whatever it takes.
It was before I saw the giant metal monsters guarding the checkpoint.
Who's the worst that can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a bed.
Worst? There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
You promised you'd get us inside the city.
There's no point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint
can happen if we get caught sneaking in? A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a plan to save the
Worst that can happen is
There's no point arguing with the dark.
And the kids, damaged by the door.
without signed papers.
Inside the city. Said to do whatever it takes.
When will I get to train Miss Marcia?
Your light fingers have attracted attention. It seems an explanation may be in order. You may have talked your way out of this one.
Front page material. Let's get on with it.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
You've been caught mid-robbery. Your next move had your refusal has only made... You're being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now. The guard is impassive. Your little speech was unconvincing. murdered someone in view of a guard. Perhaps unsurprisingly, you're under arrest. A suspected murder is not something you can bribe your way out of. You've convinced them, for now.
Watch it, Oath!
I must heal. Light on my feet. Still on my feet.
Got to keep fighting. Get here!
Blood comes easy these days.
Don't be shy.
Let's see.
Mistress is gone. Mistress is gone. I mean, such terrible news. She will be missed.
The corpse has